Hey guys, this is Not Lammers of Invoked 101, and today we're doing another deck profile, this time on a deck that I haven't really posted an update for. This is my updated Speedroid deck profile. It has a couple new things in it, has a few really new things in it, and yeah, I think we should just jump into the monsters, and then we'll talk about the rest of the deck once we get there. So, let's set a few things aside. And we'll zoom in, and we'll take this away. And our first monster is the Tuner. We need 3 of him because he's the best one. That is 3 Red-Eyed Dice. Red-Eyed Dice is like one of the best, we'll zoom out a little bit, is one of the best monsters in the deck, being able to modulate levels. He's a level 1, so you can 1-for-1 him. And one of the best combos he can do, or at least one of the best ways to get him out, is you can utilize him with the other Tuner in the deck, and that is 3 Den Daiko Duke. This guy's really good. He's the level 3 tuner. Basically what he's able to do is you can banish him from your graveyard and summon another Speedroid tuner that's not himself from the hand or grave. So he's really good for, he's just a really good extender. And then for our level 3s, we have the mandatory 1 Terratop in the deck because Terratop is sadly limited to 1. But to make up for it, we also run 3 Tectomborg just to help extend our plays, basically to get another body on board for the Speedroids. Anyway, that's it for the low levels. We'll get into the higher levels, and by that I just mean the level 4s, which I'm not super satisfied with the level 4 lineup, but it's whatever. 2 Horse Stilts, you really should be a 3 of because he's so good. He basically special summons one. He's like a reverse yo-yo is how I would describe him. He summons a level 4 or lower Speedroid from your hand when he's normal summoned. Yeah. So that's really good in the deck. I think that he's definitely a 3 of, especially in this format. The other one that should probably be a 3 of is Double Yo-Yo. When he's normal summoned, you can special summon a level 3 or lower Speedroid from your graveyard. So he does need a little bit of setup. He can be a dead draw at sometimes, but I think he definitely is one of the better ones. Then we run our hand trap. That is 2 Menko. This guy is super clutch. I think 2 is fine. But if you can't really make a board or whatever, your opponent attacks you directly, summon this guy, it flips all their stuff to defense mode. Sadly, in Link format, he's not nearly as good, so that kind of sucks. And then for the last level 4, 2 Pachinko Cart. This guy, I'm probably going to end up taking out of the deck for a third of him and a third of Yo-Yo, just because this guy is not very good. He doesn't really extend your plays any. He does pop a card by discarding a card, so one of the best things you can do is discard this guy to blow up a card on the field. But if it's a turn 1 play and you open him, then it's not super great. So yeah. So after that, after all these guys, one of the things I noticed about Speedroids was that they love their normal summon. They really love their normal summon. So I decided to play my favorite engine in any deck. I personally think that this engine is amazing. And someone's going to be like, oh, is it Invoked? No, it's not Invoked. It's freaking Symphonic Warriors. So we're going to run 3 Guitar because Guitar is the pendulum monster. What he does is when you put him in your pendulum scale, you can discard a card and special summon any Symphonic Warrior except himself from the deck. And the Symphonic Warrior usually specialing is the Mikes. We run 2 because Mikes is a 2300 level 5 that's special summoned off Guitar, and he gives you an extra normal summon. I love this. And he's a level 5 monster, so you can synchro into Chambara and then overlay the 2 of them for a Cyber Dragon Nova or Infinity. That's just one of the great things about this guy. And then we also run some Symphonic Tuners because this is a Synchro deck and I was with machines. So I run 2 Drums because I like drums. I think he's one of the better ones. He can change his attribute, so he lets you go into like really cool stuff that you shouldn't be able to go into with Speedroids. And then I also run 1 Bases just because an extra level 1 tuner in the deck doesn't hurt. So yeah, that is it for the monster lineup in the deck. So we're gonna set these guys all aside. Let's jump right into the spells. Some of these spells are really cool. Of course, we're running the best spell for any archetype. That is Speed Recovery. This spell card is insane in Speedroids. If you can get this and a Terratop in your graveyard, next turn you can banish this and put Terratop back into your hand, especially if you get board wiped. It's insane. This also, like when you just activate it, revives any Speedroid out of your graveyard. This card is nuts. It's just amazing how good this card was and how great it is in Speedroids. Next up, we're running 2 Return of the Dragonlords just because we want to see it. So what this card does is this helps your plays with Clear Wing and Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. These basically, so if you can only turn one, if you can turn one a Crystal Wing, go into Clear Wing first, activate this to revive the Clear Wing, and then you have protection not only from monster effects, but also card effects in your graveyard. This card is stupid good in Speedroids. Next up, I'm running 2 Twin Twisters. This lets you dump your Denkos, lets you pop some back row, just basically dumps a Speedroid into your graveyard that you can either get back into your hand with Speed Recovery, or you can ditch the Speed Recovery and then like next turn, you know, plays. It lets you do some graveyard plays, but mostly it gets rid of some back row. And then for the 1-ofs, 1 Dark Hole because it's a board wipe, 1 1-for-1 because we have a lot of level 1s in the deck, or at least ones that we want to see, specifically this guy. And then lastly, because it's the machine deck, we're running the limiter removal, just to buff up our guys. This is especially great with High Speedroid Chenbara when he activates his effect to become 2200, or even on his second attack when he goes to 2400. You flip this over and he goes to 4800 or 42 or 4400. Just insane combos and plays with some of the Speedroids. So yeah, that's it for the spells. I don't know how many spells it is. You just saw it. And then for the traps, we're not running very many traps. I run 1 bottomless, but I have swapped this out for Deep Dark Trap Hole before. This is probably going to end up being a network trap hole in the future. And then, last off, I run the Solemn Brigade. Just the Solemn Warning and the 2 strikes. Just instantly, you need this in any deck, essentially. You can also run stuff like Ghost Ogre, Snow Rabbit, Hand Traps if you really want to run them. I would probably take out a couple things, maybe the Twin Twisters because they're not super useful in the deck, but this is the build that I like, this is the build that I use. But yeah, that's it for the main deck. This main deck, I love Speedroids, but going into this extra deck, I'm actually going to move these guys to the back. Oh god, it's not sorted. Let's find our low levels. I think it's our level 5s. So for our level 5s, we're running 2 High Speedroid Chenbara because he can attack twice and is really easy to go into. 1 High Speedroid Kendama because he basically helps you do some comebacks after a board wipe and can do a little bit of damage. Let me dig all these guys out. Let me set these guys aside too. Oh boy. Oh man, there's a lot. Oh man, there's a lot of these guys. So for our level 7s, we're running 2 Clear Wing Synchro Dragon because he's really good in the deck. Basically, this deck is made to summon this guy. He is their boss monster, and he's just pretty good. And then we're running 1 Black Rose Dragon because Black Rose is just another board wipe in the extra deck. So that's really good to have. Then we're running a ton of level 8s. I didn't realize how many level 8s there were. We are running... Let me get them out. We were running 1 Enlightenment Paladin because he's a non-dragon level 8, and there was a whole reason behind that at some point. 1 Scrap Dragon to pop a card because why not? 2 Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon because we can make him stupid easily in this deck as well. And then we're running 1 Lifestream Dragon because this is our Synchro Tuner that we can summon off the Needle Fiber. So yeah. Getting into our even bigger levels and the last few cards in the extra deck. 1 level 9 is Mistworm because it's a Wind Trishula, essentially. Basically, it was cheap and it's not Trish and it needs the same requirements. But I think this is a little bit better than Trish. Maybe. And then 1 Nirvana High Paladin just because this should probably be a Clear Wing Fast Dragon. And one of these needs to be a Clear Wing Fast Dragon. If I had it, I'd play it. I don't have it. So, let's get into the last 2 cards, and that is 2 Needle Fiber. I know this card isn't out yet. We don't know when it's coming out, but I've had these proxies in my extra deck for so long that I just play them regularly. I love this card. Crystron Needle Fiber is too good. You could also probably swap these 2 guys out for the Great Fly when he comes out. He'll probably be out before Needle Fiber is. So yeah, really excited for that guy. Really excited for Crystron Needle Fiber. Basically, you summon this off Needle Fiber. This is a dragon, so you can protect it with the Return of the Dragonlords cards. So yeah, that's it for the extra deck. So, all in all, I really like this deck. I think that Speedroids are a really fun deck. I think they're definitely great. Not in this format particularly yet. I think that they will have a chance to play a little bit more and go a little bit harder once we get some more. Once we get the Link monsters out, once we get the we got the Crystal and we got the Wind Link monster out now. I think that they definitely can do some really cool plays now. The extra deck I think in Speedroids is probably going to be one of the tightest to a degree, just because of how much stuff and how how toolboxy synchro decks are in general. But maybe we'll see some Speedroid resurgence. I know once the Wind one comes out, I'm definitely going to be playing the deck again. So yeah. That is all. This has been Nod Lammers Invoked 101. I hope you enjoyed the deck profile, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you guys for watching.